Oh, hello there. Hello. Welcome back to Hallownest. This is the penultimate episode of Hallownest. This is the last lot that's available for us to build on. However, this was a particularly large build, so I have divided it into two videos, two parts. This one is another two-parter. It is the only area left, which is the interior of Bretta's house. Kidding. We are doing City of Tears, and I felt it was just the most appropriate to turn City of Tears into like a town square of sorts, because City of Tears is the biggest area in Hollow Knight, and it also has so many different little subsets of businesses. So this particular build is going to be 5 individual buildings, and each building will represent one of those specific areas from within City of Tears. So this first building here that I'm doing is going to be like a town hall, like the mayor's office kind of deal. This particular build, or this building, is representative of the Soul Sanctum. The symbolism for it is for Soul Sanctum. Because it's sort of like the mayor's office. He's going to be, a little full of himself, that kind of thing. It's going to be a very gaudy special build. And then each of these other 4 little buildings are going to be 4 of the other areas from within City of Tears. I can't remember. I believe we take care of the exterior for all of these buildings and put in windows and doors. And then I think we do 2 of the total buildings. We do 2 of the builds. Oh. So you're gonna see me do the exteriors, and I try and make the exteriors each a little bit different, just a tiny little bit different. I didn't think about this until just now, but there may be background noise in these videos that I can't edit out. I am recording this voiceover on a long weekend, so there may be fireworks going off in the background. I really hope there aren't. I'm going to do my best to edit that out. I'm going to do my best, you guys. So yeah, I try and do all 5 of these buildings just a little bit different. A little bit different in design aesthetic. A little bit different in all kinds of ways. You see me messing around there with the roofs. I'm doing this in a very specific way. I actually don't, I don't keep that one. I end up going with this guy. And then we just blend it in. Because I wanted there to be a little bit of a walkway there. You're gonna be able to get to that upper section of the building. I just wanted it to be a very thin, like, walkway. It's one of those, like, older style businesses, like a business that's in an older building, and there's like a studio apartment above the business. It's one of those. I'm gonna try and keep these each a little bit of a surprise. You're gonna see me mess around a little bit here with this. I do make a very fun, very specific move here in this one building. I really like doing skylights and or glass roofs. I'm a very big fan. I also had a fair bit of fun with these. So these are little like sign images that would indicate what type of business is where. So we have a spa, and there was like a coffee shop just over to the one side. And then this one, I was trying to pick a particular sign that was decorative enough. This is going to be like a museum. I also think the coffee shop isn't exactly a coffee shop. I think it's a jazz bar of some kind. I would have to double check my notes on that actually. Which I will do just for you guys. I will double check my notes. Because I did write down somewhere. Oh, I know where it is. I had a little bit of help. And then this one is going to be like a repair shop. So this one in particular is obviously symbolic for the nailsmith. This would be the nailsmith's one. Nailsmith building. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it is a jazz bar. So we have the repair shop for the nailsmith, and then the museum for Lem. There's a little spa for the like bathhouse, and then it's a jazz bar / swinger club. And I'm trying to remember who I picked for that. I'm blanking. Maybe I'll remember by the next video. Maybe I'll double check. I'll ask a friend, phone a friend, you know. But yeah, those are the buildings that we have. So all of the buildings are getting close to the same exterior. We keep the same color palette for the exterior, so I do a lot of blacks, grays, blues, because those are, you know, City of Tears type of colors. And then I do think, as much as the exterior stays very City of Tears, the interiors of each of the buildings fit more with what that particular space or area would be like. And I don't think I raise all of the buildings up very high. I think I raise some of them up high enough. We play around with a couple of different heights, and we have a good amount of fun with all of these. And then I try and pick different blue textures, or choose different, paneling or wallpapers, roof patterns, things like that, depending on what the business is going to be and what the vibe of the area would be. Not necessarily the area, but the vibe of the business. So for the spa, I did, smoother, calm, plank type. The museum, it looks like I do a brick. I can't remember if I keep that brick. Pretty sure the jazz club, I do something a little smoother, and I think a little bit lighter, a little bit more fun. Yeah, that one there. I think it's actually metal paneling, maybe. And then the nailsmith, the repair shop, gets a very old, antique-y, rustic type of paneling. And then I mix and match a little bit on the city hall proper. I do some fun columns out the front with a blue stone. Again, everything is done in blues, grays, blacks. Very City of Tears feeling color palette. I mess around trying to pick a good, I think I do stone texture for the entirety of the building. But this is just where I was trying to really pick the right one. I do think I go with a lighter stone. Contemplated doing something a little bit more antique-ish, but I don't believe I do. And then I do a fun little inlay there to do the same wall texture. Yeah. I think I maybe take a little bit too much time doing this particular bit, but I did have a lot of fun doing this particular bit for City Hall proper, and I learned from the mansion build what would happen if I had the stairs in too close to the wall with the foundation the way it was. I learned. So we have a fun little dual stair into the front. I think I wanted to introduce a little bit more blue. Yeah. So we put a nice blue stair. I think I stay consistent with the blue stairs in all of them except for the repair shop. The repair shop does not get stairs because I didn't lift it up high enough for it to require the need for a set of stairs. So I don't do a set of stairs. And I decide to do a fun little patio, a little outdoor eatery type of space. I really wish I could remember. You know what, maybe by the end of this video it'll come to me where the jazz club is supposed to be, what area in City of Tears the jazz club is supposed to be inspired by. I'll have to figure it out. The fun thing too that I do with this particular lot is when it comes time to build in each particular building, like each of the businesses, you're gonna see me go up into the lot information tab in the upper left corner. You're gonna see me go up there, and I'm going to change the lot so that the requirements are met for each of the individual businesses or buildings that appear on this lot. So you can download this lot and play it as, I think, a generic business lot. You can also download this lot and you could set it to be any one of these individual businesses, and it would meet all of the lot requirements for those businesses. So that's just a fun little bonus that I tried to include for this particular build. You see me messing around here trying to find, you know, an appropriate door for each one. Gotta have a nice clean entranceway for each. But again, you know, sticking with the vibe for that particular building. And I stand corrected. I do end up doing a set of stairs for the repair shop. They're just out back, and it's specifically a set of stairs to get up into that back apartment space. Now I do have to do this weird like landing thing in order to get the stairs to work properly. That was a little frustrating. And then the building trim cuts out at that weird angle the way it does. I wish it didn't do that, but it is what it is. And then yeah, I just cover it up a bit by extending the roof. Hindsight, I feel like I should have put maybe like a pillar or a post, you know, underneath that corner bit of that roof. And then maybe put like the outdoor garbage bin back there. I think that would have been a good use of that space. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name for these. I have a feeling in this particular video, I think we take care of we do all of the windows, so we're going to work on windows next. And then I think we do the jazz club slash swinger bar. And I think we do the spa. I think those are the two for this video today. And then we do the other 3 building interiors in the last one, as well as outdoor landscaping. I will absolutely admit this is my favorite build that I've done for this this whole series. This lot, I just had so much fun, especially decorating the exterior, and I tried to keep things as minimal as possible because I didn't want, you know, if you were going to download this lot, I didn't want it to be too laggy. But yeah, I had so much fun doing this particular lot. I tried with this in particular, I wanted to line up the top of the skylight with the tops of the windows to really just have like a clean line of light going all the way down. And I wanted to do some really funky windows here too, because it is supposed to be like a museum, right? And most museums have some type of interesting architecture. There's some type of fun architectural feature to it. I don't know if I keep that front window. I do know that I put, I think it's that one. I think it's that one. Or that one. But it's one of these slightly more low profile. And then I wanted to run just floor to ceiling windows down the whole thing. I believe I go with those bigger panes. Yeah. Because they were very similar to the pattern of the glass roof section. So that's ultimately why I went with those. I believe the only windows on this particular one are just the windows, yeah, going all the way around there. You know, you need a lot of light in a museum, a lot of natural light, and a little bit of artificial light. You know, you got the little stage lights focusing in on each of the art exhibits. I did really tiny windows on this one because it was the vibe. It just didn't feel right to go like super crazy on big extravagant windows for this one. It also didn't feel quite right to have this many windows on that one. But here we are. And then I believe I just do little windows for the jazz club. I wanted there to be a good amount of natural light come in, but I didn't want the window to be floor to ceiling. Ah, yeah. So we have a decent amount of light that comes in, but not too much. And then there's just enough for the interior. Okay. So yeah, we do the jazz club and we do the spa in this video. We're gonna play around with some platforms. You're gonna see me mess around with that here. Because we're gonna make like a little stage inside the cafe, club, whatever, little jazz bar. And then we have a bunch of little tables. I really fit in a lot of tables. Like I try very hard to fit in as many tables as possible. I also discovered that my, I guess, sizing is a little bit off for this one, but I pretty much stick with all the same table. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's also, you know, it's a palette, a color palette, it's an aesthetic. We're gonna stay in keeping with that stuff for each one of these that we're gonna do. So I change it to fit a cafe spec. So we have a couple of little bathrooms. You gotta have a bathroom in any business. I think the only business on this lot that doesn't have a bathroom open for guests is the repair shop. Otherwise, all of the other businesses have bathrooms that are accessible anywhere. And then we go with a nice little kind of jazzy feeling chair. Do I stick with that chair? I like that chair, but I don't remember if I stick with it. I might. I probably stick with that chair. Probably. Look, it's been quite a while since I've done this build. I guess for context too, I can absolutely share this. For context, I did this build back in January, and I'm recording this voiceover in May. So that's like a lot of time. A lot of time has passed. This is where I discover that I have to adjust this entire build a little bit. Yeah. So we expand just a smidge so that we can fit in everything. I don't know why that does that. When you're gonna move a patio, it like moves the window on you. That's so weird to me. But I'm glad that I made this one a bit bigger. That was definitely the right call. It needed to be bigger. So then we do a little counter. You know, you got your baked goods and things that you can pick. And then I try and find the same counters. And we just do a little along the back. We pop in a fridge. I think actually you need a fridge. That might be one of the lot requirements. But I also wanted to do like a little cooler on the front edge of the counter there. So you have a little cooler. You know, if you were going to approach, you could pick out a beverage, a bottled beverage that you would like, or you could go to the counter, you could order like an espresso or whatever that you wanted to order. So I pop in the espresso machine. make sure there's a nice big fancy coffee one, and then whatever one that is, I think it's just like a different way for doing the coffee. One's a coffee maker, one's an espresso machine maybe, or something like that. The bathrooms are going to be identical, but just mirrored. I wanted to go for a sink that was a little bit more fun. Maybe one that I haven't used in any of my other builds so far, and one that just felt a little bit more jazzy. So I do end up going with this one. And again, I try and do, mirrored. Oh, not mirrored bathrooms. We do identical bathrooms. With a different toilet as well. I feel like every time I build in The Sims, I go with the same things, because these are the things that you yourself like, right? And I like doing things like this because it forces me to use other items that I wouldn't typically pick to use for myself. I'm a very big fan of that. So yeah, we go with massive mirrors in the bathrooms. Got our bathroom doors on there. We go with a different toilet that I don't typically use ever. And then I think I just keep the same flooring. We keep things very blue with this particular build. God, I wish I could remember the area that this is for. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if it'll jog my memory a bit. If I Google Hollow Knight City of Tears map. Let's just take a look right quick at City of Tears. The spa is the pleasure house. We've got the repair shop for the nailsmith, and we've got the museum for Lem. Soul Sanctum was, I think, supposed to be City Hall. But I think you could argue Watcher's Spire ends up being what City Hall is. I don't remember. I mean, this jazz bar might be for Tower of Love. Maybe. Oh my god, okay. I don't know if either of them watch this, but the two who helped me figure this out are Rusty and Lumen. And if either of you are listening to this right now, please help your girl out. I don't remember what area in City of Tears we said this build was going to be for. Y'all can reach out to them too. Maybe one of them remembers what it is. I was trying to figure out, I always forget how to change the trim on the platforms. I had the same problem when I did the that one build that I did already for this series, which was Ancient Basin / the Abyss. Yeah, that was that one that I did that had all of the platforms in the basement. There we go. I do have a fair bit of fun with this, just pulling out as many of the jazz paintings. I think that one's called Jazz Cat 3 or something. But I have a lot of fun just pulling out a lot of these paintings that I don't ever particularly use. And placing as many of them throughout this cafe as possible, and then grabbing a bunch of the speakers as well. I would typically size down the speakers, but I don't think I do that for this build. We place just a couple of speakers outside so that, you know, maybe if you wanted to sit outside but still hear the music that was going on inside, it would play through the speakers. Maybe. Get a little keyboard up there, a little microphone, a couple of instruments. I contemplated putting in a karaoke machine, but this is not the place for karaoke. This would be the place for your sim, your character, to go in and perform, have a grand old time. I do size down the speakers. Good. They're just so uncomfortably large for I don't know what reason. Oh, and I didn't even realize that I completely forgot until obviously you see just now that I'd have to do some type of, and then I try and blend them in. Yeah, like that. Just blend it right in. I thought I had ended up using the same roof trim. Now that I look at it, I think I ended up using a different roof trim back there. Either that or I used the same one and it just looked different. I don't know why. But yeah, that's the Jazz Cafe. I really like it. I think it turned out great. I could be biased, but I think it turned out great. So here is where we're gonna get into the spa. I have a lot of fun with this one, mostly because, not that I work, I myself don't particularly work in a spa-like setting. I have worked in places that kind of were spa-like settings before. I wasn't particularly happy in them. But I did work in places that were like that. I had a lot of fun doing this particular build because it is a little bit more like in my wheelhouse. It's the type of thing that I'm used to. I've actually done a pretty large number of spa type builds in The Sims 4, but a lot of the ones that I've done have all involved some type of like tiny home space, but it's a clinic area. It's sort of this idea that I've been working on for a number of years now. Who knows, maybe one day everybody will know about this idea. We'll see. Until then, no spoilers. I'm keeping it to myself. No, I had a lot of fun doing this specific one. And I'm realizing that I keep a lot of blues and grays. I do little nods with little like pink accents, pinkish purple accents. This particular building goes through a lot of evolutions as well. So this is the structure. This is the story of a girl. No. This is the structure that we start out with. This is not the structure that we end with. I followed all of the requirements, the lot requirements, to make this a spa. And then I sort of went perhaps a little overboard in what I think is a very good way. I go a little overboard just in adding some fun little extras to really make it, you know, more of a spa type of place. The floor plan up top stays exactly like that. The floor plan down below does not stay like that. This was also the one place where I got really excited about using these. I used a lot of the items from Spa Day. Since that is, you know, a special pack in The Sims 4, I used a lot of Spa Day items, and in particular the Spa Day windows and door, where it's not quite like a clear glass, it's like a foggy colored glass. I never use these windows like anywhere ever, but I used them this time. It was a lot of fun. Feels very appropriate, for sure. And I had to make sure, it's such a pet peeve of mine. You can't have one wall color on the main floor and then like a different color, especially if it's open with stairs like that. It can't be too different. Because you're gonna clearly see it's gonna look weird. It has to be one continuous one going all the way up. I made sure to keep it that way. So yeah, you're gonna see me mess around with the shape of this. I wanted to do a little like yoga studio area for a little yoga retreat type of thing, but this particular room is so small. It was going to be a very tight squeeze to do anything, you know, yoga, zen, meditation type space. And then I wanted to put in a sauna. I'm going to pronounce it sauna. I don't think a lot of people know, but I have a little bit of Finnish in my like family. My mom's dad immigrated to Canada from Finland way back when. And I've been learning Finnish lately, and I actually learned in my Finnish lesson that the proper pronunciation for the word sauna is sauna, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, fun fact. Fun little fact. So this is where I start to mess around with the floor plan a lot, because I wasn't 100% sure. I knew I wanted to have like a nice big yoga room, so I thought, okay, this is great. This gives me my yoga room. We fit in the sauna. Now you guys are just always going to hear me refer to it as sauna. Yeah, no regrets. I managed to fit in the sauna, and then I'm trying to figure out how to fit in a couple of bathrooms. I knew they didn't have to be like big bathrooms for any reason. I end up doing L-shaped bathrooms like this, but they aren't going to stay. I for real, guys, I mess around with this for way too long. I should have just known that, like, if I did that and then I did another one beside it that was like that, there we go, that would work. And then the one door to the one bathroom would be there, the other would be there. I figure it out, okay? I figure it out eventually. But they're just small little bathrooms. They're not meant for anything in particular. It's just gonna be a simple toilet and sink situation. Especially given how large this lot was, I really tried very hard not to overload the lot with a bunch of things. I wanted to make sure, like, if you were going to download this lot, I didn't want it to be super laggy. I wanted you to still be able to fit in all the things, to do all the things. We managed to fit in a couple of good yoga mat spaces in the yoga room. You could do like a small little intimate yoga class. And then I end up I just do a wraparound roof bit here. Or I try to, I should say. Yeah, we do it this way. And I think I just end up doing like a cozy little privacy screen place right here. Still in keeping with City of Tears color scheme the scheme that I'm working with here. But just like a cozy little Zen garden-y type space. I'm gonna put in some bushes. I go in, I find a nice pillar, a nice post, fit in a couple. Just to balance it out a little, incorporate some more of like a rocky theme, a rocky element. I wanted to put in, I think we do a couple massage rooms. Or maybe just one massage room? No, I think I do a couple. Yeah, we do a couple. You know, your girl could not resist a good massage room, okay? We do not do all 4 of these as massage rooms. Spoiler alert, they do not all stay massage rooms. We put in, I use a lot of spa day stuff. I use a lot of, I think, like an athletic pack. I don't remember which pack those sinks come from. They might be spa day though. Throw in a couple little towels. See, we keep the bathrooms very plain, very simple. No fuss, no mess. There was enough fussing and mussing trying to figure out how to configure those bathrooms, okay? Like, we keep it as easy as we can. Then we do a bunch of slats. Obviously, in a sauna, you have to have wood slats because they are going to, if I remember correctly, they do something specific with the moisture. Like, it's a better sauna experience. Admittedly, I am a bit of a sauna novice. I have only done a few of them in my time. And admittedly, every time I've done them, it's always been at a cottage, so you do it a little bit more, I guess, traditional style, where you sit in the sauna and then you leave and you run out into a freezing lake or body of water that's right nearby. It is very, very cold. I think I grew up seeing videos of people in Finland who would do it in the winter, and you would like run and jump into the snowbank to do that. Always like blew my mind. I forgot that I changed this room. We changed this room to a meditation room because I'm able to fit in more meditation seats. And I think because we did a yoga room in the big gym build for Kingdom's Edge, you know, we need a little bit of variation. We put in a meditation room. This is a calm, soothing, regenerative, restorative spa place and experience. Meditation. We go with meditation. Yeah, I remove one of these massage tables. And instead, we're going to do a couple of bathtubs for, I guess, soothing bubble baths, and or I imagine you would use this room to do maybe like a mud bath or like a seaweed wrap or something along those lines. I don't know. I've clearly never been to a spa, but I've seen enough you know, simulated spa experiences in movies. I've seen enough YouTubers going to spas for like crazy spa treatments. This is what I imagine it would be. Same wood planks on the floor in the sauna. Whole thing has to be, gotta keep that good wood. And I guess I just end up with, oh yeah, I slide that wall back and we fit in, because I needed a locker. We needed a set of lockers. So there's a locker right in there, and then we do some lower profile lockers on that wall for anyone coming in to use the rest of the facilities. You know, you cannot bring all of your devices in. You gotta remove yourself from your devices. It's time to tune out and go zen, I guess. I don't know. I felt like it was the right call to make, I guess. couple of really simple little massage rooms. So there's always a chair in the massage room for the client or patient, however you want to refer to them. There's always a chair for them to set all of their belongings onto. Their clothes can sit there too if they want. Follow your heart. It's always good to keep a storage shelf in your massage room to store all of your linens and things. I end up going with this one because part of it is closed, and it's important to make sure that your clean linens are not exposed to airflow or exposure from other people. A germ thing. I wish I had like a lotion bottle item in The Sims 4, but I don't, and that is a little frustrating for me. I always use the soap dispenser and pretend that it's like a lotion bottle. So we did a little shelf in each treatment room to hold, you gotta have a place to set your lotion or your oil, whatever it is you use. Gotta have a little thing of tissues in every room because sometimes people get runny noses from being face down. It happens. Very natural. Your face is forward, your sinuses, everything's just flowing forward. It's very good for your sinuses, actually. You can tell that I nerd out about this sort of stuff. Like, I really like video games, and I nerd out about video games too. But this is also like the kind of thing that I do all day, every day for a living. Like, I've done this for so many years now. It's almost been 8 years that I've been doing this, working in this field, in this profession. It's just a little bit ingrained in me, and I do nerd out about it a lot. If it's ever too much, y'all can fire off in the comments by all means. Just sometimes I can't help it, so thank you for bearing with me on that. I thought that I could put a laptop on the regular counters. Turns out I had to use the like the island counters, not the kitchen counters proper. And then I could fit a little laptop in. So it's just a little check-in space. Confirm that you have a booking, a reservation. I wanted to mess around and combine the symbols, but I don't. I stick with one symbol. We just size up the one emblem. And then I fit in little pops of pinkish purples. So there's still, the blue of the rugs, but there's also a little bit of purpley pink. It's also a little bit like a nod to the crystals, because it's a little bit of a refractory pattern. I really like those rugs. And then there's like the really big nod to the pink. Little bits of pink in this one. But this is the little spa. This is the spa, and we have the jazz club. Sit tight for the remainder of this build. I'll see you guys in the last one. Be well.